when you talk about that style, and a lot of times I think people consider that it was ahead of its time a little bit, because I think you look back at, like, the legendary match that Tiger Mask and Dynamite Kid had, and you see matches, for example, like what you and your brother did, and people were so enamored by the big guys, but you guys were absolutely amazing in the ring too.
Thank you.
How hard was it to stick to that technical style when you kind of saw other guys were doing the big guy stuff and more of the sports entertainment-y kind of stuff, where you were into that style of being a technician and being very good at it?
I mean, it wasn't a stretch at all. It was who I was. I mean, I wasn't attempting to be anybody else, although at times I had to work towards, other guys in the match that were different than me. So, we had to shift, like, we worked against the Fantastics, for example, and Bobby and Bobby and
Tommy.
Fantastic. Who was the other guy? Tommy. Yeah, Tommy Rogers. More a different style of match. We had to work against the Bulldogs. My brother and I worked against Danny and Stan. And a funny story about that, and it's just, I always tell people I've got like 83 stories. I just rotate through them. Sometimes I change them up. Sometimes I lie right, bold-faced.
That's all right.
And so we're pulling up on a town. We're in a bus, and my brother and I at that time we were saying, they never put us with the big guys. They're never going to put us with big guys. We're okay with that sort of thing. And we roll into this town, and sure enough, on the poster was my brother against Danny and Stan. I'm like,
wow.
Yeah. So Stan pretty much ate me up. I came up to him the next day in the gym, and I said, "Hey, you really, I really didn't get a chance to do a lot." He goes, "Well, you should have done this." And I said, "Stan, you hit me with a bell, you hit me with a chair, you threw me into the ring post, you threw me out of the ring." I said, for all practical purposes, I should have been dead.
Yeah, right.
So, we had our style. We felt comfortable in our style. Me in particular, my brother went out to do some amazing things all over the place with a whole bunch of different people and kind of changed the style accordingly. But I stayed with some exceptions during matches with different people. I stayed who I was because I felt comfortable with it and I was okay with it. And if they liked it, I was going to be there. If they didn't, I'd come home and, again, work whatever I was going to do for a living.